Now then, ramblers, let's get settled. Welcome, one and all, to 1969, a groundbreaking year in history. Alright, if you watched the last episode, you'll realise by now I'm 1 year old, so I'm basically shitting yellow. Anyway, in other news, 1969, in sport, very impressive, Scunthorpe's own Tony Jacklin won the Open, okay? The Open, yeah. Champions of Europe, Leeds United, won the First Division title, yeah. Man City won the FA Cup. Jackie Stewart, Jackie, alright son, well done driving on that track, Jackie, you're brilliant, man. Jackie Stewart won the Grand Prix. And these 4 TV themes were prominent this year. So what I'm going to do, a bit of a change from last time. I'm going to play the TV themes, but I'm not going to tell you which shows they come from till at the end. Alrighty, just before we get to 1970. So 4 TV themes, I'll play them for you, and then I'll tell you what they were right at the end. Alrighty, so a little bit of a quiz, isn't it? Yeah, a little bit of a quiz. Alrighty, here's your TV themes. Are you ready? Have a listen to these. First one. Second one. Third one. This is a bit of a toughie. You're a proper Greek, yeah, a proper geek if you get that, definitely.
A town is full of buildings.
And the fourth one. Piece of piss, the fourth one, piece of piss. There you go. So that was your 4 TV themes from 1969. I'll tell you what they were at the end. Couple more that were programmes back in the day. This was the first year that the Clangers. Yeah, the Clangers was on telly. As was part of a trilogy, Chigley. Latterly to become Trumpton, I do believe, yeah. And Campbellwick Green. I think they were all part of the same thing. But absolute controversy on Blue Peter. Oh yeah. No, it wasn't when John Noakes was crying because Shep had died. Poor old Shep. It's a fucking dog. Whatever. I was 1 year old. No, Blue Peter, cast your minds back. Live TV this was. And a big old elephant called Lulu took a big shit in the studio. Oh, yeah. Purvis was going crackers. What are you doing, Lulu, you bampo? You'd have had less chance if you'd have got the Lulu one. She wouldn't have shit all over, would she? No. So what films was on this particular year? Because clearly I won't remember. I remember this film, but I don't remember it watching it at the time because like I say, I was 1 year old. So, films from 1969. Carry On Camping. Now, if you remember Carry On Camping, it's where Barbara Windsor was doing some exercises and her bra come off and you could see her top bollocks. Yeah, fun bags aplenty all over the shop. Basically, porn it was, because your only other chance of watching filth back then was Robin Asquith's series, wasn't it? Adventures of a Taxi Driver, a Plumber. Yeah. So that was it, Carry On Camping. Another film from this year, which was also a fantastic book, was Kes. Okay, the book was A Kestrel for a Knave. Now, what I remember about Kes was probably about 10 years later in an English lesson at school. It says, Baxter, You'll like this. I had no idea why he thought that it would be suitable for me to read this particular paragraph out of the book. So I opened the book and get it, this was superb, this. And it was the part where Judd had come back from pub after being down pit all day, pissed. And Billy, he thought, I'll tell you what, while he's steaming, I'm going to have a go at him. So he starts beating his older brother up, doesn't he? So I got to stand up in class and go, pig, hog, sow, drunken bastard. Pig, hog, sow, drunken bastard. Pig, hog, sow, drunken bastard. And that's what he was doing in the film. He was saying it faster and faster. He was hitting him. And then you're like, what are you doing? Pig, hog, sow, drunken bastard. I got to read that out in English without getting the stick. So I was quite impressed. Yeah, it was the only lesson I think I ever remember from school that I enjoyed. Yeah, really enjoyed that. But a brilliant film from 1969 was Easy Rider. Oh yeah, bike wankers going across America, basically causing havoc. Jack Nicholson, Dennis Hopper. Yeah, I love Dennis Hopper, and I like a bit of Jack as well. But Dennis Hopper, always been quite a fan. Music from 1969. Great year. Led Zepp's debut album was released. John Lennon performed for the first time without the other talentless three. The Who released the rock opera Tommy. Great film. Yeah, if ever you fancy a night in with somebody who's really sensible and watch him go, what the fuck's going on? Bang Tommy on, it's a classic. Sadly, Brian Jones of Rolling Stones was found dead in his swimming pool. And I looked at the official police verdict of death, and it was death with no assistance by Michael Barrymore, which was really unusual for somebody to be found face down in a pool without Bazza having a go at him, you know what I mean? Christmas number 1 in 1969 was a song called, let me have a look, Two Little Boys by a chap called Rolf Harris. Whatever happened to him? Who knows? Whilst we're on music, I promised to sing you one song every week from that year, which is great. Right through the 70s and some of the 80s. I'm looking forward to it because there were some brilliant songs that I ordinarily possibly wouldn't get to sing. However, when I get to the 90s and whatever they call the noughties, I'm going to have to dig some right shit out, aren't I? So while we're on good stuff, I'm going to sing you this out, okay? Now, this is from one of my favourite bands. They have never, ever, during their stupidly short career, considering the volume of music they put out, they never recorded one shit song. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Alrighty, this is Bad Moon Rising. Have a listen, and I'll put a load of images on to remind you of 1969. Alright, I'm going to nip for a turn out. I'll be back in a minute. Enjoy! I see bad moon rising. I see trouble all the way. I see earthquake and lightning. I see bad time of day. Well, don't go around the night. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes are blowing. I know the end is coming soon. I feel rivers overflowing. I hear the voice of raging room. Yeah, don't go around the night. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. Alright. Bob Fleming. Oh, 3, 2, 1, back in the room. How good was that? Did you enjoy that? Yeah, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Get on that stuff. They are amazing. Fortunate Son, absolute classic. Anyway, the firsts in 1969. Here's a few firsts. The first ever B&Q was opened. Yeah, the first ever B&Q. The first ever Miss World contest. Oh, I used to love Miss World. Obviously, I was a bit young to realise that I quite fancied them. I just felt something funny in my tummy. It was more funny watching Dad going, I would, she'd have it. He was allowed to do things like that, man. Anyway, the first ever Miss World was won by Miss Austria. Yeah, complete with swastika armband, because they're a bit like that down there, aren't they? First ever Concorde flight. The first, this was a biggie, if you believe it. The first moon landing. Yeah, in Stanley Kubrick's studio, if you believe in the right areas and watch the right videos. Or you can believe America landed. Not so sure. Flags don't wave on the moon, you fucking idiot. Ford Capri. Now then. Oh, that'll make one or two of you smile. The Ford Capri was brought out in 1969, and it was basically a tool for ugly blokes with fuck all personality, and it gave them a chance to get young stupid lasses in their car. Yeah, because the thick lasses thought it was quite snazzy. What else was there? Bike wankers. The Honda CB750. Don't mean a lot to me. Not into bikes, but you know, as soon as some people, even they'll remember what colour the sunburst tank was or any of that shit. You know what I mean? Proper bike wankers. And it was the first year that the rally chopper. Oh, yes, the rally chopper. And it was absolute shite. Yeah. And still a much sought after accessory for complete tossers even now. Yeah, if you've got one of them, you're a dick. And you obviously never rode it down an incline. Fucking little front wheel wobbling like mad. Absolute bag of shite. 1969, the Kray twins were sentenced to life. Now this one surprised me. Fashion in 1969, Adidas released the Superstars, nicknamed the Clam Toe. Now you've probably heard of that. No, you're thinking of the Camel Toe. That's a lot different. What, even the Moose's Knuckle? No. Nor was it the Yawning Donkey. No, it was the Clam Toe, because the front of them looked like a shell. And if you need a little bit of a recap on what the Adidas Superstars were, in later years, Run DMC used to wear them a lot, with the laces undone. Aye, Superstars. I think they re-released them a few years ago as well. Anyway, the must-have toys of Christmas '69 were stickle bricks. How shit were they? Bits of plastic that just sort of, yeah, make a shape with it. Well, what shape are you made of? Well, that. Yeah, well done. Well done. Glad we sent you to university, Boris. Other ones with the spirograph. Now, they were a bit geeky, I remember, because you had to put pencils in loops and make elaborate shapes with it. All of symmetry. Plasticine. Wow, I remember the smell of plasticine. And it was brilliant because it used to take all the shit off your hands as well. So if you had like the vibrant blue colour, it didn't fucking stay blue for very long. No, not when you'd been picking your ass all day as a young kid. This was the big one, and I remember getting one maybe when I was 7 or 8 or 9, somewhere around there. And it was the chemistry set. And you thought, can I get a white coat with it? You get the fucking chemistry set, make some stink bomb or something, and shut up. Chemistry sets. And loads of people would have got them. They were absolute shite. As were these things. Brought out in 1969. The Tic Tac. Yeah, the Tic Tac. Original flavour was it peppermint? Wouldn't have been spearmint, would it? Was it peppermint? I remember them going a little bit snazzy a couple of years later when they had like orange flavour or zesty, stuff like that. And this was a big one. Invented, the first ARPANET message was sent betwixt two computers. That was the ARPANET, thus enabling what we know today as Tinternet. Aye. Born in 1969, Dave Grohl. Jennifer Lopez, who incidentally, same birthday as me. So you would think that you've got a bit in common, you know what I mean? You're both vocal stylists. You're both born on the same day. So I text Jennifer Lopez, do you fancy going out or out? Fuck all back. She's supposed to be from the Bronx. She's from the Bronx. I'm from Westcliff. Same shit. You'd think when I text her, fancy going out, same birthday, we both were born in shitholes. No, not a dicky back. So Jennifer, if you're watching, you've shit out now, mate. Michael Schumacher, born 1969. Who died in 69, we've already had Brian Jones. Ho Chi Minh. Yeah. Ho Chi Minh. And the legendary Judy Garland. Very, very sad. Judy was brilliant. Absolutely. Yeah. So, what we're going to do now, I've got to go get changed because it's public information advert time again. And it's Joe and Petunia. Hello, Petunia. So, give us a sec. I'll go get kitted out. All right. Ta-da. Come here. Come here. I know what you're shouting. Yeah. All right. Woodstock. 3 days, 400,000 people. Richie Havens opened it. Jimi Hendrix closed it. All right. Woodstock. Best festival ever. Not a fucking prayer. Were you at Ashbyville when Captain Sensible was on and it bites? Get out of here, you crazy guys. Oh, you thought it had frozen then, didn't you? No. Crack on. I tell you what, Petunia, it's lovely in this field, isn't it? Now the cows have all gone away through that gate that I left open. Yeah. Oh, it is, Joe. It's lovely, isn't it? It is. And our dog is loving playing with them wild sheep, isn't he? Oh, look, Joe. That farmer looks really angry. No, Petunia. He's doing one of them country dances, I think. And then there's a farmer in the distance, absolutely bright red, fuming because they've left the fucking gate open, haven't they? Dog's going crackers with his fucking livestock. And the farmer goes, when folks come to the country, why don't they follow the country code? Cheers, Petunia. So that was public information film number 2. Right, your TV themes. Are you ready? You had Crossroads with Benny. Was it with Benny and Sandy in the wheelchair, wasn't it? I was staggered years later to find out. This is how fucking naive and stupid I was. Can you remember Sandy in the wheelchair? And I saw him opening like a fucking garden centre or something. And he was walking. I didn't realise it was just the character he played. I thought, it's a fucking miracle. It's a miracle. But no, he was playing a character, wasn't he? Some people do that. You had On the Buses, obviously. Yeah, I'll have you, butler. I'll have you, butler. Yeah, that was Blakey, a very bad Blakey. But you know, I'm tired now. I'm tired because I'm 1 year older and I've been up all day shitting yeller and clapping at trains. You also had Monty Python's Flying Circus. Brilliant they were. And the one that was probably the toughest out of them all was Mary, Mungo and Midge. Mary, Mungo and Midge. It was the first time that a child's cartoon series was always set in the countryside and stuff, but it was set in a tower block in a city. It was a suburban cartoon. A suburban urban cartoon, if that makes sense. I don't know. Wikipedia's full of shit. So yeah, it was Mary, Mungo and Midge. It was Mary, her dog, and a pet mouse, because that's what you have in a block of flats, isn't it? Yeah. And they lived in the parents' flat. I don't think you ever saw the parents. So maybe they just filled it in and fucked off or something and left her. Don't know. But I remember every episode finishing by Midge climbing up onto Mungo's nose and pressing the button for the right floor for the flat. God. So, I hope you enjoyed that. That was 1969. Next time we're back, it's a new bloody decade. Oh, there's all sorts going on. So, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in 1970. All right, take that stupid thing. Oh, I'll tell you what, look at that. Oh, Shearer's Island's getting worse, isn't it? Here's Johnny. See you in 1970. Ta-da! The tracks in my ears. The tracks in my ears.